Hello there, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I need to apologise for the this has to be the second time we've done this video because we did it and apparently my phone has been overheating and the videos haven't been saved, so it's kind of loaded up the wrong video. So basically the last video, this was loaded up with the right title but the wrong video, so to apologise for that. So I've had to redo this video now, which is what I'm going to do. And also there's been other mistakes, but it's down to my phone basically. So anyway, I'll have to do this quite quickly because it's quite long. So this is what's retiring in Minecraft take 2 for 2025. There's also a few other little themes at the end as well. Right, so Minecraft 21178, the Fox Lodge, 1799. It's got 2 figures, 1 unique, valued at around £2 with an annual increase of 5%. On Amazon it's being sold for between £18 and £35. On eBay sold for 28, and Bricklink is valued at 16. It's sold 5,211 sets. Next one is 21251, the Steve's Desert Expedition, £8.99. 1 unique figure valued at £2, 5% expected annual increase. Amazon it's being sold for between £10 and £21, and eBay it's sold for 13. Bricklink is valued at 8, and it's sold 1,279 sets. Next one is 21252, the Armory, £17.99. It's got 2 unique figures valued at £3 with a 5% annual increase. Amazon it's being sold for between £19 and £31, and eBay it's sold for 21. Bricklink is valued at 15, and it's sold 964 sets. Next one is 21255, the Nether Portal Ambush, £31.99. It's got 1 unique figure valued at £5. It's also got a 5% annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £33 and £56. On eBay it's sold for 71. I think that's just kind of like a one-off set that's sold at that sort of price, because when you look at the other ones they all sold for around 35ish or something like that. So I think that's just like a one-off person that really wanted it. Bricklink is valued at 27, and it's sold 608 sets. Next one is 21256, the Frog House, $49.99. 2 figures, 1 unique, valued at £6. That's also got a 5% annual increase. Amazon is being sold for between £50 and £102, and on eBay it's sold for 53. Bricklink is valued at 38, and it's sold 415 sets. Next one is 21259, the Pirate Ship Voyage, £12.99. It's got 2 unique figures valued at £4 with a 5% expected annual increase. Amazon it's being sold for between £14 and £34, and eBay sold for 17. Bricklink is valued at 11, and it's sold 586 sets. Next one is 21260, the Cherry Blossom Garden, £22.99. It's got 2 figures, 1 unique, valued at £4. It's got a 5% expected annual increase. Amazon is being sold for between £23 and £35. eBay sold for 26. Bricklink is valued at 20. It's sold 382 sets. Next one is 21261, the Wolf Stronghold, £29.99. It's got 3 figures, 2 unique, valued at £6. It's got a 5% expected annual increase. Amazon being sold for between £30 and £50. On eBay sold for 33, and Bricklink valued at 25, and it's sold 329 sets. Next one is 21262, the Windmill Farm, £49.99. It's got 3 unique figures valued at around £17, 5% annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £60 and £120, and eBay it's sold for 55. So already it's doing well and it hasn't retired yet. Bricklink is valued at 38, and it's sold 250 sets. Next one is 21263, the Badland Mineshaft, £54.99. It's got 3 figures, 2 unique, valued at £10. It's got a 5% annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £51 and £80, and on eBay it's sold for 57. Bricklink is valued at 44, and it's sold 218 sets. Next one is 21264, the Ender Dragon and End Ship, £69.99. 3 figures, 2 unique, valued at £17. It's got a 5% annual increase with an expected good investment. Amazon's being sold for between £70 and £131. eBay sold for 70, and Bricklink is valued at 56, and it sold 276 sets. The next one is 21265, the crafting table, £79.99. That's got an annual increase of 6% with an expected good investment. On Amazon it's being sold for between £58 and £105, and on eBay it's sold for £80. Bricklink is valued at £69. I've got no data for how many sold. And the last one for Minecraft is 21281, the Baby Pig's Birthday Celebration, $17.99. It's got a 6% annual increase with an expected good investment. Amazon is being sold for between £18 and £39. On eBay it's sold for £27, and Bricklink valued at £21. And there's also no data on how many sold with that one either. So the next theme is seasonal. So that's first one is 40648, the Money Tree, $21.99. That's got a 4% annual increase. Amazon being sold for between £30 and £55, and eBay sold for £40. Bricklink is valued at £25. So the data there shows it should be a good set. 5,512 sets sold. Next one is 40573, Christmas Tree, $39.99. It's got a 4% expected increase. Amazon being sold for between £32 and £70. On eBay it's sold for £43, and Bricklink is valued at £40. And it's sold 13,181 sets. Next one is 40678, the Festival Calendar, $26.99. It's got 2 unique figures valued at £4 with a 4% expected annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £25 and £57. On eBay it's sold for £20, and Bricklink it's valued at £24. It sold 1,928 sets. Next one is 40709, the Spring Animal Playground, $10.99. That's got a 5% expected annual increase. There's no information or none for sale on Amazon, and you can't find it on Camel 3X either. On eBay, one sold for £16, and Bricklink is valued at £13. It sold 688 sets. So it's already selling on eBay for £5 more than MSRP. Next one is 40711, the Hedgehog Picnic Date, $10.99. That's got a 5% expected annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £13 and £28. On eBay it's sold for £16, and Bricklink is valued at £11. So there again the data showing that it's doing okay already, and you're retired yet. And it sold 1,075 sets. Next one is 40721, the Halloween Barn, $12.99. It's got one skeleton which is valued at about £1. 5% annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £21 and £27, and on eBay it's sold for £20. Bricklink is valued at £15. So there again the data is showing that it's already doing well. Sold 1,238 sets. Next one is 40744, the Christmas Ornament Selection, $10.99. That's got a 4% expected annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between £15 and £27. On eBay it's sold for £22, and Bricklink's valued at £14. So there again, it's another one. And eBay it's sold for twice the price. Sold 1,168 sets. Next one is 40746, Santa's Delivery Truck, $17.99. It's got one unique figure valued at £5 with a 4% expected annual increase. There's none for sale on Amazon. Obviously with that sort of thing, people are saving it till coming up to Christmas to sell it then, and they'll make more money. eBay sold for 26, and Bricklink valued at 21. So there again, data again, but obviously coming up to Christmas. 3,401 sets sold. Next one is 40821, the Love Bears, $12.99. That's got a 6% annual increase. There again, there's none for sale on Amazon at the moment. Obviously they're waiting for just before Valentine's, that kind of thing. eBay sold for 21, and Bricklink is valued at 16, and they sold 401 sets. Next one is 80116, the Trotting Lantern, $89.99. That's got 5 unique figures valued at £33. 4% expected annual increase with an expected good investment. On Amazon, none for sale at the moment. Obviously they're waiting for New Year, that kind of thing. eBay sold for 108, and Bricklink is valued at 86. So there again, selling on eBay for 18 pounds more than MSRP already. And it sold 612 sets. Next one, and the last one for seasonal, is 80117, the Good Fortune, $69.99. That's got a 4% expected annual increase. There again, there's none for sale on Amazon. On eBay, it sold for 84, so that's £14 already over. Bricklink's valued at 58, and it's got sold 1,273 sets. Now the next theme not many people will invest in, but if you go back to my other video about telling you which theme makes the most money, you'd be surprised. So the next theme is classic. First one is that's retiring in July is 11035. It's the Creative House 49.99. That's only got a 1% expected annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between 43 and 76 pounds. On eBay it's sold for 40, and Bricklink is valued at 39. It's sold 180 sets. Then the rest of them are retiring in December. Next one is 11034, the Creative Pets 29.99. That's also got a 1% expected annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between 24 and 40 pounds. eBay it's sold for 27, and Bricklink is valued at 25. It's sold 203 sets. Next one is 11037, Creative Space Planets, 24.99. That's got a 1% annual increase again. On Amazon it's being sold for between 21 and 36 pounds. eBay it's sold for 25, and Bricklink is valued at 25, and it's sold 268 sets. Next one is 11038, the Vibrant Creative Brick Box 44.99. That's got a 2% annual increase. On Amazon it's being sold for between 59 and 101 pounds. On eBay there's none that's sold. Bricklink is valued at 37, and that's a £45 set, and on Amazon the cheapest you can get it at the moment new is 59, so there's a bit of an increase there, and that's sold 95 sets. Next one is 11042, the Creative Happy Box 34.99, and that's got a 1% annual increase as well. On Amazon it's being sold for between 34 and 63 pounds. On eBay it's sold for 38, and Bricklink is valued at 29. It's sold 28 sets. And the last bit is some exclusives. There's just two. The first one is 41838, the Travel Moments 129.99. Now there's actually two different versions of this. There's a US version and an international version. The US version apparently has got more pieces in the set, and it's also got the logo of the Lego Masters on the box. So just for you to look out if you're looking for it. It's the one with the Lego Masters is American, and the other one that hasn't got the logo is international. That's got a 3% annual increase with an expected good investment, but I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, but that's up to you. I mean, maybe because nobody else is going to touch it, it'll become a good investment, but we'll have to wait and see. On Amazon it's being sold for between 97 and 220 pounds. On eBay it's sold for 135. Bricklink is valued at 117. At the moment there's no data of how many sold. And the last one is 41839, the Message Board 89.99. That's got a 3% annual increase as well. On Amazon and eBay there's none being sold on Amazon, and there's none sold on eBay, so there's not a lot of data for that. Bricklink is valued at 83, but there's no data for how many sold either, so that one at the moment I think most people with any sense are avoiding it, but you never know. It might be a good investment because everybody else has left it alone. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that concludes this video. Sorry again for the mistakes and mishaps with the other video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.